Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Saturday afternoon racing here for each and every one of you. VIP Tires and Service Xfinity Series live and in charge. Good to see you all out there. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Drivers are out there qualifying for the time being. About 60 seconds left in qualifying, and we're going to have ourselves a grand old time. New Hampshire is the track today for this early going season for the second season of the Xfinity Series. They've had a great start last week, and this week it is going to get hot and heavy. Long race for the faint of heart. I say long race. It's going to be quite a few laps, but it is New Hampshire, and New Hampshire is one of the short track specialists. 200 miles for the drivers today, 1 mile in length. Rob, thank you for the like out there. ChopShop, presents your race information. 200 laps, 100% fuel. They're going to have 4 sets of tires in the pits. 50, 100, and 200 are the stages. They will not stop for the stages. They're going to keep going. They want to get those long runs in and make sure that they try to figure out how to find the right strategy here for everybody as they continue to go. Good to see everybody out there. We'll get to the hello from everybody. Hello from Bama. What's up? How's everybody doing out there? Robert Dudley, how are you doing as well? Thank you very much. It's a great race. It's going to be a great race. We're going to see a lot of huge turns, flat racetrack here for this oval length as we get ready to go green. Starting grid. Stryker gets his first pole of the season. He's going to have Michael Caffrey to his outside as the drivers load in here. Cameron Dario is going to be inside row number 2 with Matt Magner to his outside. Robert Dudley in the mix. He's going to have Chris Parker to his outside. Devin D'Asuta is going to have Marco Dell to his outside row number 4. Spicy's going to be out there running a one-off race here for the New Hampshire racetrack as the 35 is going to have Curtis Shields to his outside. Brian Rayburn is going to have Mark Redkin there in row number 6. And last but not least, final row here, 14 drivers in today's race. A lot of drivers had to call off this weekend. A lot of things happening out there. Some weather, some all kinds of things that are keeping folks from racing today. But no, that it's still going to be a great race. Bob Garofalo, Joe Nelson will make up the final row here in today's race. Keep the chats live and in charge, folks. I want to hear everything that you folks are doing out there. Good to see you all. VIP Tires and Service is your title sponsor for today's race. And being that they are the best of the best, they do have some of the best out there when it comes to all of their locations, 66 locations across the Northeast. Make sure you go check out the West Lebanon store in New Hampshire, actually. You go check them out and say hello. Tell them that we said hello over here at Signature Esports. Good to see you all out there. Whittington says the music slaps. Thank you very much. Dudley giving a big old hello. Maj, what's going on out there? How are you doing? Congrats last night, folks, on the race. That was a great race last night. It was a ton of fun to watch. And so the Chop Shop Racing League ready to do it again for the Xfinity Series. We have another race tonight, a little dirt racing action, getting started with the Dirt Assassins season. First season for those drivers, moving over from ACK to the Dirt Assassin Series. Green flag waves for 200 laps. As they roll. You talk about roll tide. How about a full send action out there? 88.8 is going to be the front 2 here. Tight corners, spicy exits. Magner 3 wide on corner exit. Drivers pushing boundaries early. As right now there is a little Lowe's action. Parker up the racetrack tries to clear Magner to the outside of the 49. Side by side racing. 22 to the inside has to check up. That is Marco Dell, the discount tire. Xfinity Series cars, a driving car that you kind of have to push boundaries a little early. We might see some bump and runs. We might see some huge runs. We might just see patience. We'll see. Spicy back here at the Tabasco 35 rolling that corner. AMR RC is going to be a race controller today. AMR does a phenomenal job of keeping everybody in check, but also has some fantastic paint schemes out there. The 88 driving one of those paint schemes that was done by AMR. Facebook.com/AMR.paintworks. That's how you'll get a hold of him to be able to get some paints, but not only get some paints, but you'll be able to check out what he does for race controlling as well. Get in contact with him if you need a race control for your race. Parker in the 48s, up 2. Odell up 2 in the 22. Curtis Shields into the 28. It's going to be up 2 as well. So far, nice and calm for the time being. Mark Redkin giving us a share and a like. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Robert Dudley giving us a big old like out there. Van Ness giving us a like. And Joey Cam, of course, liked you earlier as well. Appreciate you, Joey, for being absolutely awesome. Stages are going to go to the 50. We will make sure that we keep track of what these drivers are doing throughout the course of the race. Race laps about 30 seconds apiece, 31 on average. Caffrey running his fastest lap of the race this time by 31.55. He is gaining, 3/4 of a second. He's catching back up to Stryker here. Tire burn off is going to be the big factor here when they decide to come to pit road. They're going to be able to run about 60 to 65 laps, I do believe. That's according to, well, my telemetry. Now, what the drivers get out of the cars can be completely different. Second lane runner for the 88 is the 8. Follows suit, 77 up near the wall on corner exit. Here's the cockpit view from the 77. Michael Caffrey from Perth, Australia. Following suit. Tracking him down or trying to find his drive line in. 8 little tight off, tighten quarter entry right there. Finds that third lane. You see the low line entrance and low line exit here for the 77 as he continues to roll forward. Brandon giving us some love, brother. You wish you weren't at work. I understand. I do understand. It was fun, even with a bad wreck. But that's just good racing. There's plenty more opportunities for good finishes. Early season for the Cup Series last night. That's going to be a big standard here. Is making sure that you stick with those races, even with a red car. You can get out there and still complete some laps. Actually, I was talking to Kyle Gretsch last night after the end of the race, and he was like, "You've never seen such off-track running." He stayed low the entire race, entire last portion of the race last night, just so that way he can continue to complete some laps. But he wanted to stay off the racing surface to let drivers get out there and run. So that just shows some awareness and what he needs to do. Caution comes out for the first time. Curtis Shields involved. It does look like he is going to be turned sideways back here. No fast repair for everyone. Brent, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you out there. You're becoming a quick fan over here at Signature Esports. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. Mr. Garland, how are you doing? Get it spicy one, they say. Caution comes out for the first time. Caution's brought to you by my good buddy, Mr. Spicy himself. Much love. Thank you for the share. Appreciate you very much. Here's a look at what happened. 28 right here. It's back into the throttle, back into the throttle. Looks like he might have just, he just looped it a little bit. Little left front nose damage for him there. Did he blow his engine on that? That's my question. Let's see if when he gets up and rolling, if that happens. He just got a little bit free. Little left front damage. He'll be able to get that fixed. Might be a lap or so down, but left front damage here. Not as serious as the right front damage. Right front damage will make that car very, very hot, and you will find yourself blowing that engine very quickly. Right now, Spicy up 1. Those are giving Spicy. Doing good. Good to hear it, Brent. Good to hear it. Bob Garofalo into pit road here as Curtis Shields will be in as well. It's maybe a little bit of damage, a little right side. Bob had a little bit of right side there as well. He was getting a little bit free. Devin D'Souza got close to the wall near a little jump man. Toyota Supra happening with the 43. Does look like Joe Nelson having a decent day. A little Marine Corps action. I would normally say hoorah, but I was in the Army, so I just have to hoo-ah. That's what hey, either way. Mark Odell is trying to track down Matt Magner. So Stryker and Magner are two drivers that haven't moved a spot. Bob Garofalo coming off pit road, he did so as well. He came in and took a little bit of fuel and a little bit of damage repair, checked the car out, made sure that it was good to go as they continue to work. 88 is going to be your race leader here. Oh, Tabasco repping the home screen, your home state hot sauce. Yes, I tell you what. Spicy is so Rich Holland is the reason why I have a hashtag spicy out there. Holland has Rich has become a close. He's like the online family. That's what he is, and he gets a great there for a while, Tabasco was sending him products to do and all kinds of stuff. So we love seeing Spicy out there, getting out there and run, and he's out there to help run short. He does like himself some short tracks, so we'll see what he's able to do here, figure out this track. It's always a ton of fun. Entertaining to let's see. It was actually entertaining to watch him down there. If we ever run a Milwaukee, he will definitely be the guy to beat. You ain't lying. Been great. Hey, you know what? It's all good. Can you get Canadian tracks in iRacing? Yes, you can. There are Canadian tracks in iRacing. There's Canadian Tire. There are several road courses out there as well. Well, Canadian Tire is a road course, but there are several tracks out there that are on the Canadian circuit. Most of them are road courses. Green flag waves. You eat Tabasco with everything. You need to put them on your car and get some hot sauce to try. You ain't lying. I ate Tabasco, Cholula. Spicy foods are my thing right now because, well, Tabasco goes on everything. I will agree with that. Caffrey picking up some pace. Matt Magner, strong suit to win any race. One of those drivers that will always find a way around a racetrack. And he has got a little right side scrape, but I think that is just from the wall net coat. I don't think that's really damaging his car at all. Sometimes that right side can look a little bit mustard for the most part. And there's the 22 Marco Dell moving the corners here. Gets down to the back straightaway, finds the corner entrance right there in front. Good look at the Ford as he gets rolling into the corner. Corner exit a little bit tighter for everybody now as they continue to roll. Looks like the high line is quickest here. Second lane usually is the fastest. Low line exit. A little bump and run can come at any time as we're on board here. High line can be fast here. Ooh, Bob back here trying to hold on to it. Bob Garofalo back here. Bob's been having a great season. Johnny Thunder's giving us a big like. Thank you, sir, Mr. Thunders. Curtis Shields in front. Bob's been having a good season. Now, the Xfinity cars have eluded him a little bit, but the trucks and the Cup Series cars have really done himself some justice. But Bob, no stranger for taking his time, trying to figure out his race line and just kind of enjoying what he does. 35, trying to work the inside of the 49 here. Back here, the 74, Brian Rayburn, trying to make some things happen as well as they continue to move. 76 of Mark Retkin there to the outside. Retkin trying to pass on the outside. 74, tires below the yellow line there, can push you up the race line. Driver's going to be able to pass you if you keep it down there too much. So you got to kind of keep that throttle control where you need it to be. Get yourself in a rhythm and try to work it. Brian Rayburn back to 11th. That's where he started. Joe Nelson, biggest mover of the race, 44 up 4. As Retkin tries to tie that as well. Gets himself down to the bottom of the racetrack. It's 48 battles to the outside. Left side damage for the 48 as you see them continue to work. What is my favorite NASCAR driver? My favorite NASCAR driver is Kyle Larson. It's no secret that I've liked Larson for a long time. I was a Dale Jr. fan, and I was a Bowman fan for a little bit when he was in the 88, but I just couldn't keep with him. So if I had to pick drivers out there that I liked, Martin Truex Jr. is one of them. I know that he's retiring here soon, so we'll have a good farewell tour this one. Harvick is one of my is a good driver as well. Jess likes Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart's, of course, the old smoke. Yeah, I'm a Larson fan. I'm not a fan of what happened a couple of years ago. I think he's learned from those mistakes in his life. But I will say that he's still a really good driver. Been a fan of him because of his high line capabilities. The Larson line, so to speak, running the highest portion of the racetrack, being as close to the wall and as close to being on the edge as he possibly can. And that's the reason why I like him. Mark O'Dell in 5th here, tracking down Magner. Magner trying to put some pressure on right now to the 77 of Caffrey. 19 laps in, little wall tap there for a couple of drivers to see the smoke, and that would have been on the 22. It's a little right rear as he tries to find some pace here. Cameron Dario holding on to 2nd. Cam has the most second place average finish out of the entire series across the board. He's been working on getting wins in every series. Right now, just trying to bide his time, able to defend, but the 77 to the inside here as these drivers try to work the corner. 77's going to have to straight line drive in, getting the brakes a little early to be able to turn down the corner. 77 trying to clear here. There is Caffrey to the inside. 27's going to follow suit. Stuck on the high line is the 8. 27 will take the corner. And now Cameron dropping back just a little bit here. As we'll go on the driver cam of Cameron Dario. He sees these drivers to the inside. 77 cleared back to him. 27's going to be nose clear here as well. You hear him trying to work the throttle here as we look down the gyro cam. Very flat racing surface. Little wall tap there. As you see the net code wall tap. That's what I call that whenever you see the smoke, but the car doesn't look like it touched the corner. You're going to have to go full Chastain fan with Harvick retiring after the series. You know what? Chastain has a bright future. He got a lot of hate last year because a lot of drivers thought he was trying to outdrive his capabilities. I think he is just learning who he is. This next gen car, there's the 22 to the inside of the 8 here. The next gen car has leveled the playing field. That's what I look at here. The next gen car has leveled the playing field, and a lot of these smaller teams have gotten into where they're able to race and able to find some clear cut corners and some pressure. Striker out front, 2 1/4 seconds. He is dominant today as the first 23 laps look as such. Remember, we're going to go all the way to 50 for the stage, and we'll see kind of where the fuel cycle works and what's going to happen with that. Johnny Thunder's Anthony Garland giving us a like and share, of course. Brent, thank you very much. And for Brandon Porter, give us a follow once again. Brandon, I thought you had already followed. Much love, my friend. I hope you're having a fantastic day. The 11 machine out there. If you haven't done so, folks, follow us on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. That's where we have all our iRacing broadcasts. If you want to follow, if you want to watch me personally game, make sure you follow the Twitch channel. Twitch is where I get out there and I play different games as well. It's where we're gonna find that focus. 88, a little free off corner there. Magner going to second back there. Watch this little battle heating up as Magner looks to be the long haul king here. He is a short track specialist. We do like watching what Magner tries to do over the course of the race line. Tied off quarter exit. If he gets to that second lane, 77 will work back in. A little dirty air for the 77. Will push him down low. Able to close in just a little bit. So did you? I thought you might be a follower on like Twitch or YouTube. That might be where we've seen it. I thought you were a follower on Facebook already. Lap times still belonging to your race leader, Holland, faster than all of the drivers in front of him right now. He's picking off some drivers at the moment. 5.4 back from Strickland. Johnny, thank you for the share. I appreciate you. You're going to go have a rest. Brent, much love, my man. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for jumping in. Always appreciative of you. Couple of live streams. Make sure you do follow Twitch. That's where the personal gaming streams are going to come aboard. We've got our RP sections getting up. Maybe some editing of good videos. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do on Twitch. We are looking tight in the corner. 77 up the race line. Odell trying to make some moves here. 4 is the spots gained. Something that I was looking at here recently was getting ourselves more into our RP scenario, so we're working on that as well. And also product reviews. Product reviews are something that I'd asked some of the drivers if they wanted me to do. Product reviews are for iRacing are out there, but you know, a lot of folks ask me what I would do or what I want to do and what would I use and to be honest with you, sometimes I just don't know. I just don't know depending on somebody's setup. So thought about doing some product reviews on wheel and pedal setups and cameras and other things that folks can use for the iRacing community and their streams, and not only that, but getting folks into the better software, what they could use and what they can find here. Strickland about 3.4 seconds ahead, and right now Matt Magner, I think he's finding a groove here. 32.58 for Stryker this time, or 32.63 for Stryker this time, 32.76. So we'll see lap times at the bottom of your screen there. Magner faster on 25, and about a tenth to the good for Strickland each lap from 26, 27, 28. So we'll see that kind of work. Parker giving us a like. What's up, Chris? Good to see you out there. Dirt Assassin Series getting started tonight. Dirt Anarchy tomorrow. Outcast Racing League tomorrow afternoon. Same bat channel, same time here for some Next Generation Cup Series action. They're going to their week 2 race. They had Talladega last week, and it was, from what I understand, it was an eventful race. We had to miss it because we had some internet issues early on. We should have all of that stuff fixed now, and everybody should be good to go. GTG. Stryker 32.63. A lot of drivers had to bound around each other, so Magner might be just trying to bide some time here. Maybe try to have himself an even keeled second half to this first stint. This first stint can keep if he can keep himself within a relative distance and not have to battle too many drivers when he comes off pit road. He might have an opportunity to have a shot at Strickland. Strickland hasn't really had to battle too many people here. Been able to keep that race line right there where he needs it to be, and that does that bodes a different kind of sector when you don't have anybody to worry about or anything to worry about. That's what you look at. Chris Parker on pit road right now as he looks to come in and take his gains where he needs to. He's completed 30 laps, doing what he needed to do. Brandon Porter giving us 530 stars going to the IO People Money Fund. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. We like our stars. Pound it on the table, says, bam, here you go. Right? Right. Like it. Thank you for the stars, sir. Appreciate you very much. And yeah, it's been a good start here. What else? Caffrey in third. Odell up 4. Bob Garofalo has figured something out here. He is up 5. Bob takes his time, figures it out. It's getting really good. Ooh, Mark Redkin into the wall back here. 28 looks to go to the inside. Curtis Shields had issues early. Right after the first caution, finds himself back to 10th here. Redkin will be there with some heavy right side damage. He should be all right, though. We'll see what happens as they continue to run. 34 of 200. Stryker working in the corner. Here's a look at what... I kind of want to go on board. Here's on board. Here's what the tires sound like with old tires here. Way out of the throttle. Out of the throttle for a very long time there. 32.62 was the lap prior. This time 32.61. Way out of the throttle. Feather, feather, feather. Letting the car turn for itself. Here's Magner. Into the bottom line, out of the throttle. Back into it now. A little out of the throttle, a little longer than most of the folks there. All good things. How's the fam? Fam's good, man. Eric Jones is, as one of yours, really down-to-earth dude. Pops spotted for him when he would run Super Lates at our local track. That's awesome. Maj says that out there. Good to see you, Maj. Much love, folks. If you're out there on YouTube, make sure that you reach up, hit that like button for me. Do me a solid there. Fam is doing wonderful, man. My fam is, I love them. I love them all. They're doing great. Jess is up there kind of doing her thing, cleaning, doing what she needs to do, all the fantastic stuff. Big special thank you to all the folks out there on Twitch as well. Twitch, how are you doing, my friends? Love to see you all out there. Long time no see. What's going on? How are you doing, Jerry? Blowing smoke out there. Did not even see you out there. Do apologize about that. How are you doing? Yeah, I stopped streaming on Twitch because of, getting the opportunity to stream solely on Facebook and having a great time there. But I realized that that a lot of the leagues wanted this, and they wanted to be multi-streaming. So I've been trying to work on getting back to it and doing what I need to do there. Fastest driver on the racetrack last time by Michael Caffrey, 32.95 to the 32.98 for Stryker. So not that much faster, but he is getting faster over the long haul. Odell, though, was picking up the pace, was on the back bumper of the 77. Now we're seeing Dudley in the 49 working the corner as well. 22.55 on the I-rating scale for the 49. He's been solid. He was solid yesterday, looking to be so today as well. Cameron Dario off 3, holding off a little bit of race line here, just trying to keep the car clean. That's going to be the big deal. Spicy not far off as well. Spicy 10 seconds off the pace right now. Heavy on the brakes into the corner. Needs the brakes and needs to turn down. He only had like 10 minutes of practice. I am doing all right. Thank you, sir. Much love to you, brother. Like seeing Blowing Smoke up there. He is content creator as well. James giving us a big share out there. Thank you, sir. He says, have a great broadcast out there on the Facebook platform. Much love, my man. And the big like. We love seeing that out there. Thank you, sir. How is work? Hopefully work is going well for you. Yeah, I'm trying to work back to the corner. We'll see what Spicy's doing here. 33.09 for his lap time. Last lap, quarter second faster than basically from fourth on. Stryker runs a 32.75, getting a little faster over the course of the long haul here. 9 laps to go on the stage this time by. Magner looks to pick up the pace as well. 32.88 as these drivers try to tame New Hampshire. Folks, hydrate break for me. We're getting close to the stage. Want to make sure that that all of this couldn't be possible without all of our friends and family and all of our partners out there, all the people that help make this possible for me. That includes our good friend, Old Skull Key Esports. I like it. All right. Which could have made. Oh, you have a late Christmas going on. It's all good. It's all good. Mr. Church, be back next week. Got Tuesday night racing with the Chop Shop Racing League as well. Let's see. Mondays, we are going to be. What are we doing Monday? We're doing something Monday. We're not doing iRacing Monday, unless I decide to do some broadcast some officials for each of it. You know what I mean? Stryker getting to the end of the stage here, 44 of 200. It's going to go all the way to 50 for the stage. They complete lap 50, and they will do what they need to do to make sure that things are in check. New Hampshire has only had one caution, only seen one caution so far. We'll have to see kind of what these drivers are going to be looking at towards the end of the race. Right now, a little left front damage for the 48. Chris Parker out there trying to get up on the wall, down to the bottom. Keeps it down to the bottom. Oh man, that was just bad timing on my part. He almost had the commentator's curse. He's going to stay low here. Let the drivers go around. If he comes up on the racing surface right there, he will find himself possibly bringing up the caution. He'll get himself back on the racing surface here. Needs to keep himself low. Caution comes out. Here's where the caution comes out. 45 of 200. They will come around, meet up with the pace car. Tuesday, Friday next week for sure. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. You took Tuesday off to race with them again. I like it. Got to make those playoffs. Yes, you do. Yes, sir. Tuesday. Those trucks are great. Their truck series is a great one. They had 41 drivers last week in the truck series. That was insane to see, especially since they are getting later into the season for the truck series. It's been great to see. It's the first season for the truck series. They got a little bit later start than the rest of it. Kind of the way it works right there. I think that's going to be your stage. I would think that's going to be your stage. So I will kind of clip it there for the 10. I want to say that's going to be it. So I'll send this off. We'll save this one. It technically did not complete lap 50. However, the stage came out prior to that. So we'll see everybody come in for tires and fuel here. We'll leave that up to the folks to determine that. I will just go ahead and excuse me, pardon me. I just kind of put a whole bunch of stuff up there. Here we go. It was. It was. I like seeing big fields. I like seeing a big field because it gives everybody an opportunity to get out there and find their own stigma. That makes any sense. Striker will lead them off pit road. Will come around 47 of 200. Magner, Caffrey, Dudley, Odell, Holland, Rayburn, Joe Nelson, Bob Garofalo inside the top 10. Cam back a little bit here, trying to get to a lot of drivers getting some of their damage repaired. I am going to take a look at it here. When we get around to completing lap 50, I will take another screenshot just so that they have it, just in case. But good stuff. Good race so far. 2 cautions. Parker had that one of the Shields brought out the first one. Parker brought out this last one. Parker, I believe, went ahead and retired. The car being a handful for him. They'll go to lap 100 for the second stage, and it'll make it interesting for the end. 3-race pit stop, I do believe. I think that's pretty much the way it's going to work. '66, '67 lap fuel cycles would put most of the drivers only completing 2 pit stops, but this is a mile-length racetrack here, and it's going to be insane to see. 88, 27, 77. Lights will be off of the pace car this time by. Excuse me. Drivers are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Pace car's in. Start restart zone coming up. Full send. Striker gets into the corner. Wall tap for both of the 2 drivers, 88 and the 27. We're going to get around and complete lap 50 here. Magner is second. Caffrey's going to be in third. Dudley there as well. A chance for the drivers who were close off here to get themselves working. Into the stage coming up. That would be the overall end of the stage. I do believe All right. Make it work. I sent them both. I sent him one at 45 before they came to pit road, and then I sent him the one at the completion of lap 50, basically 45, 46, however they wanted to work the stage. Striker out front by by 3/4 of a second, almost a full second here as Caffrey holds on to third. Magner able to carry the corner well here. Mark Odell is going to be in fourth. Drivers get a little bit more into that rhythm. And we'll see if they're going to be able to hold on. Right front damage for Spicy here. Joe Nelson of the 44, though, has a clean-looking car. That Chevrolet has a nice positive 7 gain here, but Cameron Dario trying to work on that long haul here as they do. Brandon, thanks for all I do. You're the best. Back to work. Hey, man, good luck at work. Good luck at work. Be safe out there in the old work. We don't like seeing everybody have to work on Saturday. Saturday should be like Sunday. You shouldn't have to work either day. But, hey, we see it. Nelson and Holland running their fastest laps of the race. 31.65 for the 35. 31.81 for the 44. Nelson finding pace. Cam Dario has a 31.38 as his fastest lap on the racing circuit. Belongs to Striker, 31.33. It's his best lap, 1.3 seconds now as they continue to work. Magner saving some tires here. Just trying to find some pace. Big light coming in. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you, sir. Much love, my friend. Thank you for the stars as well. You're awesome. 88, 27, 77. Put away through this race now. We're seeing drivers try to find ways around other drivers. And right now, Mark Odell trying to utilize the outside lane. Finds Caffrey. Caffrey there to get in the corner. Drops in. A different race line for everybody. This racetrack, New Hampshire, bodes well for those who like the road courses because it is a very flat apexing corner. And you kind of have to have a couple of points of lift and throttle control here. We'll see what the 22 does here. See if he's going to be able to get to the outside of the 77 on corner exit. Not going to be able to do so. Does have a little bit of a better drive line there, but the 49 holds off into the back corner. Front straightaway, getting busy. Look down the back straightaway for the drivers as they get rolling. 2 seconds. An awfully big stretch here. There is Striker at the left side of your screen. 2.2 seconds is Magner to the right side of your screen. He crosses the start-finish line. That's a big difference here. Ricky giving us some love. What's up? This is Go Strickland. He's out there. He's in the lead. He's led every lap. But one. And that was only due to pit cycles. That was it. You can see your seats. I like it. Oh, man. Striker, 2.2. Magner in second. Caffrey's going to be in third here. Kind of a look at the speeds of the drivers here. A lot of wear on the track now. All this wear is starting to settle in. We're seeing drivers being able to utilize more of the race line here. Speed for Magner as he comes off the corner, 126. Top end, coming around the 150 mark. He is 150 into the corner. Your race leader comes off the corner. We'll see what he is able to do here. Gets to that 126 mark. We'll see what his back straightaway speed is. 148 getting into the corner. A little slower on the straightaways, but he's getting into the corner with a good drive line here. We'll see. Sometimes slower is faster. That's what we've said time and time again. Battle for the second spot here looks as such. Magner About a second off a second ahead of Michael Caffrey here. Matt Magner in a great look with a great look. Caffrey in that third spot. Looking ahead, battle for third looks as such. Odell about 0.3 of a second off. Quite a positive 4 gain here, but look at Spicy. Spicy's in the mix as well. Right there in that drive line. Good move, dropping into the corner here. Top 5 for Rich Holland here if he can hold on to it. See the reflections off the back bumper right there, making all of these cars just that much more dynamic. Little matte paint scheme going on. Ooh, a little sideways getting into the corner there. There's Robert Dudley behind. The battle for fifth looks as such. Driver kicking butt, taking names. I tell you what, we're having a ton of fun. Again, hydrate break for me, folks. If you get a chance, use the restroom. Do what you got to do. We're about 27 laps to go in the stage. Sorry, 37 laps to go on the stage as they start to work around. We'll keep it on exciting. Lots happening here. Well, we saw that one happen. Caffrey up and over the 35 there. Boy, vey. We'll take a look and see what happened here. Far chase view. Looks like the 77 might have gotten free off corner here. Let's take a look. It's in the corner. A little sideways into the corner. Third lane. Works back to the bottom, back to the bottom, back to the bottom, and then just a little bit snappy. Oh, did he downshift? Oh, up and over the 35. Something happened there. We have to go inside the cockpit here. This does happen here. Let's get himself out of here. Let's do this. I'm confused. I'm really confused here. There's... Chase. I'm going to quarter speed this down this straightaway, folks, because it seems to me like a net code on the wall happened. It did. He came up, touched the wall just a little bit there, and that sent the car around and blew his engine. I'm uncertain. I have never seen that before. That wall did some damage to Michael Caffrey, and now he is on pit road. He had to tow to pit road. And if you missed it, got to go on board with our good friend Spicy here. Where's Mr. Holland in fourth here now? And the wall stopped him. Man, oh man. That wall just straight drug 77 back, and now he's going to be on pit road here. Dang, oh dang. Lights are going to be off on the pace car here. Everybody came to pit road on 46. Mostly everybody's still out there just trying to enjoy the race line. Did he get in the back of him? He didn't have a choice. Yeah, nobody got... Caffrey just tapped the wall, and the wall said, you shall not pass. That's what it said. That's what happened. They're ready to go. Magner. Strickland. Green flag. Odell to the inside of Matt Magner with a better restart there. Magner will get down to the side to side. Whoa, little net code pushes the 27 up. Woo! Spicy to the inside. Little right side damage for Rich Holland here. Holland will take the cake and eat it too. Gets himself in line here. 8 of Cameron Dario back up in the mix. Yeah, that wall said, you shall not pass. That's exactly what it was. 22 to the outside, across the nose of the 27. Caution once again. 27 now with some significant nose damage. 28 around. And now Matt Magner having a reset, jumping to pit road. Odell to the outside. Good little battle they had going on here. Back-to-back cautions here. As we will take a look. Now, right here, this was the start. A little far chase. I think the 27 was coming down into the race line here. Might have gotten himself a little too close. Little bounce, little net code bounce right there. That was all right. He got himself a little close. Magner, if you follow him here, it's back into the throttle. Gets himself back into the run here to make the pass on the inside. Gets himself there. Oh, a little sideways on the inside. Little drift up the race line. 22 has a good exit here. 27 still a little bit free. Comes up. Oh, 22 is coming down. 27 is going up to assume that second lane. And now, oof. Rough going there. Man, oh man. 88.75 and the oh man, I tell you what. Well, Bears go 88.75 and the rest. 75 not in today's race. He's working. I don't think so. I don't think Magner hooked him. Look back at it one more time. Little far chase. I think this was both of them. I think this was on both of them. What did he claim it? Who knows? I can't hear that stuff. So I'm not here to hear it. So a little chase, little quarter speed. Watch corner exit here. 27 comes up to assume the second lane. 22 comes off the corner here. Watch the 27 and the 22. 22 backs away from the wall. 27's right there as well. A little tire rub. It's on. A little bit on both of them. More on the 27, maybe. Wasn't intentional. Got to remember, unbiased opinion. My racing opinion is that Odell was zigging, and Magner was zagging, and they zigzagged together. Because that speed looked like the 22 coming off corner exit was coming down off the wall just a little bit to just like you would normally do at New Hampshire. And then it also looked like that the 27 was trying to assume that side-by-side second lane. Got his tire right there. Tires touch. Cars go around. Unfortunate. Odell in on pit road here. He's getting repairs. Curtis Shields getting some right rear taken care of as well. Magner getting the car looked over. Caffrey, of course, with a significant damage out there. Strickland, Holland, Dario, Dudley, Nelson. And again, back at it again. 25 laps to go on the stage this next time by. When we go back to green flag racing, that's what it'll be. 25 laps to go on the stage. Strickland, Holland, Dario, Dudley, Nelson, Rayburn. Devin Asuna is going to be in our last driver on the lead lap right now. Adele's on pit road right now getting repairs, holding on to 10th because of pit stall choice. So according to the way that it would work, he would actually, if he stays in 10th right now, he would actually gain some stage points there. One stage point based on just being in pit road. We'll see, though. Stryker, Holland, Cam Dario, Robert Dudley, 75 of 200. We are ready. 88-35, full send. To drop of the corner. 35 is going to be there as well. Holland holds on to that third lane. 8 there to the inside. 35 has to run off the corner. 8 there as well. Cameron trying to hold on. Again, those top two finishes inside the entire league right now. Other than, of course, Andrew Payne, who has won the most races out of this entire series, but he's had a great series nonetheless. Cameron Dario, phenomenal driver. Holland up 7. Joe Nelson's going to be up 8 and 6th right now. Finds Mark Redkin in the tow. Redkin's going to be in 7th here as these drivers continue to work. 77 of 200. Stryker rolling half-second distance between he and Spicy. Spicy able to send it into the corner here. High line running. Gets himself there to the bottom side. Finds the speed. 3/4 second exit here as they get rolling. 8 in the tow. 35 first off. That's what I was talking about. 22 did kind of what Spicy just did there when he came to getting out of the corner. Rolled the corner and came down off the wall a little bit. These cars naturally want to get free off corner exit. Cam Dario to second here. Going to be up 1 spot. Spicy drops back to 3rd. Dudley's going to be in 4th here. Brian Rayburn in 5th. Rayburn having a good day. Matt Magner's going to be leaving pit road now. Magner 7 laps down. Just needs a few more laps before the end of the stage. He's going to come off pit road here. And we'll be able to find that 10 spot. That 10 spot will give him some... if he can find that 10 spot in the next 20 laps, which he should be able to do, he should be able to get himself around this racetrack, get himself working and back into the mix. If he's definitely going to need a little help here, that's for darn sure. So he's going to pick up 10th here. 7 laps down. First driver off the lead lap. Caution comes out. He's going to be your lucky dog. So he will pick up that spot, that final spot for a playoff point, or for a stage point, as he continues to work. Odell's still working on getting the car fixed. That Ford still has a little right side on it. Stryker 1.6 seconds out in front of Cam Dario. Cam in 2nd. Dudley is going to be still trying to track down Holland here. Holland, even with that right front damage, still huge on the race pace. Mark Odell is going to be leaving pit road now. He will be 8 laps down, as we'll see these two drivers try to work at it. 9 laps down, possibly, if if Strickland gets off the race pace. We'll see how Odell holds on. He should be able to have a little bit of time here, be able to make that work. Cam Dario finds himself 1.8 off the pace. Right now, speed belongs to Stryker here, and a killer job at doing it. If you haven't done so, folks, VIP Tires and Service, bringing you all the action for the Chop Shop iRacing League Xfinity Series. Again, VIP Tires and Service has 66 locations across the Northeast, and more importantly, I want you to check out, if you are in New Hampshire, go to the West Lebanon store and go say hi to Mark Creighton for me. He probably is working today. It's probably why he's not racing. Solid dude, good dude, love him. Amazing. '84 200 being complete. And these drivers are looking for any kind of run right now. David Asuna and Joe Nelson going at it here, folks. They're having a good little race. And right now, the 49 of Dudley still trying to work over Rich Holland. They've had a good little thing going on as well. Little 2x2 action. 2.8 back. Cameron Dario solid for second right now, trying to work his way around this race line. Stryker finds himself in the mix as well. Rayburn comes to pit road here. We believe he is trying to get himself. He came and he did take tires and fuel a little early, so he'll find himself a lap down, completing the cycle early. We'll take a look and see if what Brian's trying to do here. Stryker, 10 laps to go this next time by for the end of the stage. Dudley making a pass on Holland here. I think Spicy was just letting him have at it. A lot of time left in the race. 35 rolls back to the bottom side. Robert Dudley here having a decent race. Holland works over the corner, finds Bob Garoppolo in fifth here. Devin Asuna got himself around Joe Nelson. Nelson still up 7 as Redkin tries to track him down. Joe Nelson working to improve here as well. 91 of 200. This one's about to kind of move and shake here a little bit. Different race lines, different story, different strategy. Every one of them trying to find exactly where they need to be. Lead at 2.3 seconds to Cam Dario, but the 44, the 76 working hard here. Mark trying to get to the bottom side here. Finds good line with the 44, but gets the tires below the yellow apron there. The move is how much can you cut off the race line here? Each point is going to matter. Every position is an extra point. '76 closing down the distance. This is the battle for seventh here. Redkin to the bottom side. Tell you what, Joe's doing a phenomenal job here of holding off Mark for just a little bit. 96 of 200. We'll see if Mark can get to the bottom side here, close the distance, get himself out in front of the 44. 44 has been able to hold that third lane and keep the straightaway speed here. Mark falls back equally each time. Cam Dario is still within relative striking distance. Dudley closing down the distance as well to Cam. Redkin still trying to hold on. 44 way up near the wall. 76 trying to make the pass here. Battle for seventh as Mark works the corner. Can he get the pass here? Bob Garofalo in fifth. Mark does take over that spot. Garofalo here, 9.58 off the pace. Does have Devin Asuna trying to close down the pace to him to fifth. But Bob having a wonderful drive. Look how clean the car is. He's got a little right side. I think almost everybody has a little right side right now. But it's not enough to really disrupt what he's doing. He's up 8 spots here. We see some drivers try to make it work. Brian Rayburn coming out with new tires. He is in 9th here. Mark Odell there to the inside of the 44. 22 runs the 44 high here. The difference in skill here, the difference in tires, and the difference in what we're seeing. These drivers just trying to be patient here. 22 to the inside. Better truck. Matt Magner out of the race. I do believe he was, his car might have blown up. He had to jump to pit road earlier. Great battle, and I like to see it. 2.3 seconds as Stryker trying to sweep the stages here. Cameron Dario finds himself in second. But he is closing the distance here. 2 laps to go. Dudley in third, doing just the same. Fastest driver on the racetrack, Brian Rayburn right now working around some traffic, getting himself around this race line. Is running about a second faster than the field at the moment. Stryker coming around. Final 2 turns, lap 100 about to be complete as the drivers look to end stage 2, right where they started. And again, going all the way to where the stages are going to be settled in. At least 2 more green flag pit stops here for these drivers. So Strickland gets the stage 2 win there. Stages do not stop here. They're going to continue to run. As the points might set out, they're going to have some fun here. And we'll see when green flag pit stops become a factor. That's going to be the end all to be all. Long green flag runs mean long race pace. 100% fuel. They can run some tires out. They can run some fuel out. The tires are the big factor here. Cameron Dario, 33.05 on his last run. Brian Rayburn, 32.54. So only about 0.4 of a second difference now. And Stryker with clean air. This little right front damage himself. Just a smidgen from the wall. Still a clean looking car. You see the wall tap right there. That's what we see out of a lot of the cars. And so that can do a little bit of damage to the car over the course of the long haul. 32.69. Joe Nelson in 8th here. Still trying to work on his race pace. He's the driver that Stryker is looking to pass here. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been able to hear driver audio on my end. ADA getting some love out there. You shouldn't have been able to, because if you could hear it, I could hear it, and I haven't been able to hear driver audio. I have driver audio turned off. So if you heard driver audio on my end, I don't know where that was from. Speaking of which, I'm going to double check. Should have been anything on my end, that's for darn sure. Admin Boxx, part of the Shop Racing Leagues. You're doing a ton of fun. Hopefully you didn't hear driver audio on my end, because it must have been Discord. It must have been. It wasn't me, that's for darn sure. Not on my end. If it's on my end, I might be then iRacing's broken. You're in a pre-race love. No, you're good. You're good. No judgment on my end, folks. No judgment. Stryker, 4-second lead over Cameron Dario here. And we'll have to see over the course of the long haul. Best lap for Cam, 31.38. Best lap for Stryker at 31.33. Here's the best time. Left side of your screen, you're going to be able to see best time for the driver. Sorry, 31.37. So you'll see who's ran their fastest lap, who's done what. Caffrey had the fastest lap out there. Had a fast lap out there. So the Stryker still holds the fastest lap by just a smidgen. It's kind of the way these drivers are working. Here's the last time for the drivers here. 32.80. We'll see this time by. It'll update for you. Stryker on there. 32.7 for Cam. Coming back around here. Gets himself across. 33.30. So trying to find his race pace. Mark Redkin comes to pit road. 81 laps to go. These drivers have ran since lap 46. A caution or two in the mix. but they've been able to hold on to it. So we'll see how long they last, how long this race pace can be. I mean, they can run 60-plus laps nice and easy. It'll be more about what are they going to do at the end. Good-looking car there. It is. They're all good-looking cars. Nelson going a lap down. Bob Garofalo came in on 67. Bob does have some good race pace here. Picking up some time over Holland here. Holland came in on 46. So Bob Garofalo right now, 33.22. Faster than the drivers in front of him, all but Michael Strickland here. Cameron Dario ran a 33.48. Dudley a 33.35. Garofalo 33.22. And Stryker just able to smooth sail right now with just a little bit of drivability. Sometimes these cars get really free early on, and then they get tight later in the run, especially when the tires feel like they are just going nowhere. But new tires can be almost detrimental, not just to the race line, but it could also be detrimental because you kind of get comfortable with the line that you're running, so you feel almost invincible when it comes to the rest of it. So we'll see if Stryker can hold on to it here. As we see all these drivers really trying to work their race line, work their racing craft. And right now, Joe Nelson, first driver, a lap down. Spicy coming around here. He's still on the lead lap. 6 drivers on the lead lap as they continue to move. Folks, I'm going to take a hydrate break. They're going to green flag pit stops in just at any moment. But I want to make sure that I get something warm to drink. AKA, I need some coffee. Right back. My daughter's toy was making noise behind me. It scared the crap out of me. Yeah. This thing was not okay. It was really weird. Yeah, your kids ever have any of those toys that kind of make you go, kind of creepy? Well, that was it. Driver's still looking at pit road here. If we look at the pit stint, the pit strategy, 72 laps for Stryker here. He's trying to make it to the point where he can come to pit road. So is Holland, so is Cam, so is Dudley. The drivers trying to go as long as they can, so is Joe Nelson. Stryker out front right now. Your pole sitters led the most laps. Will need to, if he's going to try to split this exactly in half, we'll need to clutch and run a few more laps. That's for darn sure. 72 laps on the cycle. So, Margaret, good to see you out there. All about focus and endurance right now. Good long run to the end. It's going to have to be that long run to the end, because most of these drivers are looking at pit lane and pit road. We're looking. You got Cam here, 8.5 back. Stryker just trying to lead these laps, get himself around 74. Brian Rayburn to the inside of the 49 here. 74, a little free. Is a lap down car. Redkin is the fastest driver out there right now, trying to get himself back out there. He came out of 107, trying to split the field at 93 laps. It's a long way to run around this racetrack. Going to be a lap down at the moment. Right behind Devin DeSuda, who's going to be in 6th here. 35 in the mix as well. This driver's trying to work here. 22 going around. 76 to the bottom side. Forcing the 43 up the race line. Track awareness kind of eluding at the moment. Just because you're faster doesn't mean you need to shove it where it doesn't need to go. 35 way up the race line there. 76 to be able to make the pass at the bottom side. Tires down to the bottom of the yellow line there. 35 gets back around. Mark Reckin does have tires here to be able to make the pass. 35 is going to give him the room to do so. Spicy back in the mix. 76 rolls top 5 night for the 35. But Devin DeSuna is going to be right there in the mix as well. Devin came in on 67, so he does have about 20 lap newer tires, 21 lap newer tires in the 35. The fact of the matter is these drivers are holding on to some of the oldest tires I've seen on a racetrack in a while. 124 being completed. Stryker needs a couple of more laps to split it in. 125 of 200. Cam Dario solid in 2nd here. Splits the field to Bob Garofalo, who's in 3rd here. Bob can come in about 20 laps later than everybody else right now. Bob will lead this race for a little while too. He came in on 67. He's got 21 lap fresher tires in Stryker right now. His lap times may not be the same, but he is running decently here. Holland and Suna back and forth here. DeSuna to the bottom side. Holland battles back on the outside here. 43 drops the tires below the yellow line, pushes him up the racetrack here. Something you got to remember, that bottom yellow line is not your friend. That change in texture will push you up the race line or get you free. 43 straight line drives. 35 battles back. 43 up the race line to pull the air off the 35, trying to drop into the corner. 35 drops into the 2nd lane. This is a battle for 5th. 35 battles hard to the outside. 2nd lane working very well for him. 43 trying to drive off the corner here. More he battles, more the line works. 35 way up the race line. He's going to let the 43 go. Devin DeSuna off the race line there. Gets tight off the corner. drops himself down off of that second lane. And now Holland's going to go a lap down to Stryker here pretty quickly if they don't do something about it. 32.96 on the race line here. Spicy, 31 seconds on the field. 128 of 200. Holland comes to pit road. He's going to be first of the takers, 45 miles an hour on pit lane. Stryker puts him a lap down. Devin Asuna in the 43. Looking to battle back here. Has the 44 of Joe Nelson. Joe Nelson's going to be a lap down. He came in on 46 as well. He is looking for a long run car. Spicy in his pit stall. Stryker 129 of 200. Come around, put another driver a lap down. Like Joe Nelson into pit lane here as well. So Holland will come off pit road here. We'll have new tires and a car ready to go. Try not to go 2 laps down. That's a huge thing. 35 will drop into the corner here. He will be able to get one of these laps back pretty quickly here. As Stryker out there to compete. It's Holland to 8th. Cameron Dario 10 seconds off the pace. 11 now. As we see Strickland hold on. Have a 100-lap cycle before you know it. 84 right now to he and Cam Dario. Dudley was 83rd lap. Robert Dudley in front of all of this. Heavy nose damage for the 49. Where that came from, I have not seen. Suda to the inside, 49 dropping. 35 to the bottom side, 3 wide. Turn 1. Rich Holland goes all the way around this racetrack, trying to gain some of that time back that he needs. Rayburn in the 74. Going to be a lap down as well. Redkin in the corner. Off the pace as well. Right now, 5.5 in closing for Rich Holland. 68 laps to go. No one is running Fords. There are Fords. There's Mark Odell and Curtis Shields running Fords. A lot of the drivers out of the race today. A lot of them had prior commitments for today's race. So about half our field is gone for today. And that's just kind of the way it goes. Caffrey out there running once again, 65 laps down, has an opportunity here to gain a few spots. Dudley to pit road here. Stryker going to pit a few drivers a lap down. Stryker's going to lap the field. I don't think Stryker's going to lap the field just yet. I mean, he's going to lap them when it comes to pit strategy here. Cameron Dario to pit road. Bob Garofalo's still out there. Bob's going to be able to run about 20 more laps. Bob's the only driver out there besides Devin Desuna, who's got a field to look at. And right now, the 77 driving the modified series. Stryker to pit lane right now as he rolls down. Long pit lane, low speeds. Opportunities for drivers to get themselves out here and roll the corner. And Garofalo should assume the lead here as he comes to pit lane. I'm shocked that he comes to pit lane. He had an opportunity here to lead this race for a little while before having to come. I'm shocked. Devin Asuna will take over the lead. 49 to the inside. Holland trying to get around Mark Redkin here. Strickland back on the racetrack. I'm shocked. I thought Bob would have stayed out. He's elected to come to pit lane right after Strickland did. Now Strickland is going to take back over the lead pretty quickly here. Last lap for the 43 and 34-second lap. You're going to see Strickland run 31-second laps. He's going to catch him. He's going to catch him fast. Cam Dario, 18 seconds. And closing to DeSuna. Does not have the drive line right now. He runs his fastest lap of the race, 31.37. He's going to need 60 qualifying laps to be able to catch up to Strickland here. Got about 13 seconds to he and Mike. Mike up near the wall. Last lap for Devin DeSuna, 33.29. Striker, 31.59. I mean, and just like that, the closing distance is gone. Garofalo in the 20 here. Came and took tires and fuel far later than I thought, far earlier than I thought he would have. He had an opportunity for a late race run here to be able to carry himself forward. I'm kind of taken back. I'm kind of shocked. 10-lap fresher tires. Then Spicy and Mark Redkin, though, so he's going to be able to make it work. Redkin came in at 147. Holland came in at 151. I'm sorry, 107. Sorry, Spicy came in at 107, or 127. Garofalo came in at 134. Mark Redkin came in at 107. Redkin trying to take the long haul here. Devin DeSuna will go back a few spots here. He came in on 67, has yet to be back to pit lane here. So led a few laps, couple of lead changes here. DeSuna still trying to close into Stryker, who's got a little bit of lap traffic in front of him. That's the 44 of Joe Nelson. Joe Nelson came in at 127. Nelson may not make it easy for Stryker here because of the pit strategy. Mark O'Dell to pit lane here. Caffrey in the modified, still running. 64 laps down at the moment. He can make it to the end on fuel. His lap times aren't bad either, 32.73. This kid, Garofalo, his fastest lap. It was a 31.80. Cam Dario, 31.62. Stryker. New tires, trying to baby it, take it easy a little bit here. 32.38. Should be able to get out there and run a little bit harder as he gets the tires warmed up. 141 of 200. Odell leaving pit lane. Took tires and fuel this time by. Odell 9 laps down. Shields 19 laps down. Caffrey, and the never quit attitude. 36 minutes off the pace right now. But he's got it. He can gain another spot. Gain one more spot, that's for sure. The next 2 laps, he should be able to take over 12th. Five seconds, the gap between Stryker and Devin DeSuna. Cam Dario in third, still trying to close the distance to Stryker. Holland, 32.63 on his lap. Garofalo runs a 31.83. Bob had a chance to possibly finish second here. Maybe a top 3 night. We'll see. He's about 2 seconds off of Rich Holland here. 31.83 on his last lap. He's got about 7 lap fresher tires and Spicy right now. So Holland in 4th up 5. Garofalo is going to be up 8. Speaking of the 8, he's right where he started. He is closing in fast for the 43. 9.9 seconds. Brian Rayburn's about to be under fire from Cameron Dario. He's going to give up the lane to the 8. 74. Seeing the 8 come around the corner. Stryker now running 31 second laps. Gets to the inside of Mark Redkin. Redkin a lap down right there with the 88. Wall tap for the 88. Cameron Dario goes around David Asuda on the outside. Now needs to track down the 88. Cameron Dario. Davin Desuna. There's Rich Holland as Bob Garofalo in his wake. Garofalo here finding good pace. 32.30 needs to find his corner here. It's an opportunity for a good race line. Spicy up the high line. Bob figured out the racetrack. I talked about him earlier. Figures out the race line when he needs to. 35 is going to let the 20 go by here. So fourth spot for Bob here. 43 in the bottom side. Works the corner. Shane, how are you doing? New Hampshire is known for the modified races, but not sure this is going to work here. Hey, you know what? That's a good looking open wheel, if I do say so myself. Just pull those quarter panels off, we're good. Can't stay off the darn wall. Hey, I understand, man. We've been there. It's New Hampshire. These cars are tough. They're tough because of the wall. Oh, Caffrey lets the striker go by 65 laps down. He was 66 laps down. His last lap, 32.92. Last lap belongs to Striker right now. Ham Dario, 32.35. They're hovering about 10 seconds. Desuna is going to be dropping pretty heavily here. Garofalo is going to be able to catch him over the course of the long haul. Devin Desuna, 33.60 his last lap. Holland, 32.74. Dudley, 33.14. Came in on 131. So he's got a little bit fresher than Spicy right now. Spicy committed early. When I know why, he was trying to make up some time there. Bob committed earlier than I thought he was going to, but hey, you know what? He's doing a phenomenal job here. Proved me wrong. Nothing wrong with that. There's the fall off from 143 from Desuna to Garofalo. So in third, you see the gap at 143 was 15.535. Now 7.96 seconds. So we're seeing that difference. Here's the difference on Striker too. Striker from 144 to 149 here at a 9.5 second lead. Now up to 11. And the difference is a big one. Devin coming to pit road. Bob Garofalo will take over third. Spicy will take over fourth. 33.25 for Rich Holland this last time by. Dudley closing in some distance. 22 getting some ground back here as well. 5.8 seconds for the 49. To the outside. Whoa, 22. Clear there. 49 looks at that very, very right rear dependent on that corner. Redkin comes to pit lane. 48 laps to go. They have enough time to get themselves back around this race line, get themselves a top 5. Mark Redkin here taking his pit stop. Devin Desuna coming off pit lane here. Be the first driver looking for Rayburn and Dudley. We'll need to find Striker here. And Desuna came off pit lane. We'll have to start and try to pull away here. Because right now, he's got the race leader right behind him. Even coming off pit lane with new tires. Takes a couple of laps to pull yourself together. 154 of 200. Forty-five laps to go. Ryan Rayburn, 74. Still working his race line. Devin Asuda is going to be 2 laps down now as Stryker gets around him here. Last lap for Asuda. Going around Brian Rayburn there. Rayburn keeping himself on the bottom side of the racetrack here, letting some drivers just kind of have at it. Caffrey hold the modified up near the wall. Holland still in 4th. Dudley still trying to close it down. Garofalo, 43 laps to go. Looking at his race line, needing more. Holland will be close to being lapped here. Garofalo might be the same. Bob Garofalo's race laps are falling off right now. 32.95. Holland 33.07. Holland just trying to take it easy here. Gonna work the race line. Finds the 88 behind him. Devin Asuda here. Trying to work it. We'll have a couple of laps to work. Spicy gives up the lane to the 88. 43 to the bottom side. Number 5 a lap down. We're 42 laps to go. 3 drivers on the lead lap. Cameron Dario, 13.9. Had a battle early. Forced him to have a big deficit to have to overcome, even with cautions. Had to battle a few drivers a little earlier, never able to get that clean air. Be able to get himself out in front of Strickland. But running a phenomenal race nonetheless. Stryker's got the car to beat today. New Hampshire being his racetrack. 40 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line. Well, I take that back, completing 159, so we'll be close to 40 laps to go. .160 underway. Giving on new tires in 43, trying to find a way to get to the back bumper of the 88. May have to work that second lane. He keeps driving the bottom side of the racetrack. That'll tighten up the car. He's got new tires, might as well use them. Still 2 laps down, trying to catch Dudley. Dudley 24 seconds in front of him. 43, low line drive off. Going to work around Stryker here. Strickland. It's a great race pace. Bob Garofalo here, 5.5 better than Rich Holland at the moment. So Holland solid for 4th for the time being. 7 seconds though as Dudley still tries to close it down. He came in at 131. Dudley 7.1 back from Rich Holland in 5th. Asuna 23 seconds off the pace of Dudley. And trying to close that back down. Redkin, though, he is on the move. His last lap faster than everybody out there, 32.28. And catching Devin Asuda and Michael Strickland very quickly. Cars are tied off the race line. 163 of 200 being completed. Cam Dario in that second spot finds himself 15 seconds off the pace. 28 of Shields, 23 laps down. Gives himself a little right side. Came out of 125, got some damage repaired. Working on that race line. What New Hampshire is, it's all about consistency and getting yourself into your solid race line. That's the most. That's the biggest impact that you can make on your race, on your car here. A lot of different storylines here, folks. Biggest one. Striker lead the most laps. Started on pole. Did everything right. Ruffalo inside the top three. Bob had a top 5 car all night. Whoa, somebody's wrecking. I don't know where that was at. Somebody hit the wall or something. I heard that in my ear. I don't even know. Leave it on what it is. With Jimmy Johnson and Travis Pastrana both trying to qualify for the 500 without a guaranteed spot, who do I think will make it? Johnson. Jimmy Johnson is all too familiar with the racetrack. Do I think Pastrana? Are you talking about of the two drivers? Do I think Pastrana will make it? I think everybody's got a shot. I think that Jimmy Johnson will be put in some really good equipment. Because why send Jimmy Johnson to the Daytona 500 to qualify in trash equipment? You know what I mean? Travis Pastrana is going to be kind of one of those celebrity. Hey, I'm here for the limelight. If Pastrana qualifies in that equipment, then I think Pastrana will be he'll be fortunate. I don't think that he has the talent to win. Okay, so I'm gonna say this with a grain of with the biggest grain of salt, folks. Don't take if you're a driver, if you're an NASCAR fan out there. Now there are levels. 2311 has good cars. They all the series have all the teams have good cars, right? They all have the same car. They all have the same manufacturer. Now they put the most work into the cars that they want to be up front all the time. Okay, they put the most figuring in there. They do everything that it's the same way it's been since the start of NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt had a better car than his teammates did. You know what I mean? It wasn't until he had a better car than Kevin Harvick. You know, on most days because they put more money and more time into that car. That's what I mean. So that's what I mean when I say that Pastrana will be put in kind of just a car to go out there and qualify. He's one of those guys to be. They want him to get out there and be safe. Jimmy Johnson will want to go out there and win. So that's the way I look at it. You know, it is what it is. That's my opinion on that situation. I like the fact that we're seeing NASCAR branch out to different drivers. I think these drivers need more experience behind a cup car before we just start throwing them in cup cars. That's my yeah. Each. If you see Chase Elliott doing well, even though they have level cars across quote unquote Hendrick Motorsports. If you see Chase Elliott get 6 wins, it's because they put more work into Chase Elliott's car. Not necessarily that Larson or Bowman or Byron haven't gotten the same amount of work. It's just they whoever the front runner is, they're going to take more time to make sure that they continue to move in that progress. They want all of their drivers to do well, but you know the driver has to bring something to the table too, and that's kind of where I look at it. I think Jimmy Johnson coming back. I mean, he's been running F1 for. I mean, he only retired 4 years ago from NASCAR. He's been running F1 since then, or since he's been able to do that. Johnson coming back, they're going to put him in. Petty's going to put him in good equipment. I mean, and they're going to put money into that car, even if he runs 1 or 2 races. That's going to be the best car that Jimmy Johnson can drive for the NASCAR circuit. Travis Pastrana coming out and racing a one-off race. I know that he's driven in the ARCA series and the Xfinity series before and the Truck series. I believe he has driven in the Cup series and the Gen 6 cars at least once or twice before. But I don't think that he knows this next generation Cup car well enough to I mean, he may have done some testing, but testing on a 1.5 mile track compared to testing on a super speedway, completely different. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I also don't want NASCAR to make drivers look like spectacles. Make them worth the millions of dollars they are. Dudley, 10.5 off Holland. 8.5 off Garofalo. Garofalo's had a solid top 3 nights. So Bob doing a phenomenal job here, figuring out the long haul. I talked about it early in the race, and I talked about it. This will be the third time I talked about it. He's been able to figure this racetrack out. He fell back quite a bit. That's going to be up 10 spots. He's figuring things out on the long haul. It's starting to show up on his race line. Cam, about halfway between Bob Garofalo and Stryker. Stryker is lapped all the way to Cam. 25 laps to go this next time by when Stryker crosses the start-finish line. And tell you what, it's been crazy. It's been a good race. It's a long race. This one's a long one. Four laps to go. AMR RC Race Control at its best and does some great paints out there. Also, VIP Tires and Service. Give you all the tires, service, and straight talk that you need out there. Make sure you go check out VIP Tires and Service at VIPtires.com. Also, you can order online from them. You can also go visit their one of their 66 locations across the Northeast. Thank you to Admin Boxx. Thank you to the Chop Shop Racing Leagues for bringing me on. Dominating performance by Strickland. Yeah. Update on the game, Seattle 14th. I don't care. Rams aren't in, so I don't care. I don't care who wins the Super Bowl this year. I don't care who wins the playoffs this year. I care more about college football right now than I do. And I think that's over now, too. Didn't Georgia win back-to-back championships or something like that? I think that's what it was. Football is over for me. Once the Rams had a bad season and I knew that they weren't going to be in, I kind of just waited for the updates on how they were going to rebuild and see what they were going to do and, root for my team. Now I'm waiting for NASCAR to start. Football's over for me. NASCAR's gone. NASCAR's what's coming up. Clash coming up here very soon as well. Love seeing the folks over there run the Clash, and let's go Cowboys. Chris, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, it'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Sam on the other side of the racetrack is Stryker. Yeah, NASCAR is what I'm waiting for, folks. Football season's over for me. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. Where is look at the playoff standings here. We're in the wild card standings. People tell me I should root for the Chiefs. I won't. I don't care if that's a local. Eagles, Niners, Vikings, Bucks. Bucks were 8-9. Sorry, Buccaneer fans. Bengals, Jaguars, Chiefs, Bills. 19 laps to go. The wild card round, Seahawks over Niners up 16-14. I guess if I had to choose Seahawks or Niners, I'd rather see the Niners go. I'd love to see Jimmy G get back in, get an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. I think he got the short end of the stick all his career, and I would love to see him. So, Giants, Vikings, Ravens, Bengals, Cowboys, Bucks. You know, just because I don't want to see Brady win, I'll root on the Cowboys for tomorrow's game or for Monday's game. Not because I just think Brady should have stayed retired. I really do. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's what, if we were talking football, that's what I'm saying. All right, Chris, thank you. Jason, thank you very much. Shane, thank you very much. Donnie, thank you very much. Margaret, much love. Chris Roveres, thank you very much. Ricky, Brandon, James, James again, thank you so much. Brandon Porter, thank you again for the stars you sent earlier. Chris Parker, thank you so much. Johnny Thunders, thank you for the shares. Anthony, thank you as well. Brent, thank you as well. Mark, much love. Thank you for the shares as well. Robert Dudley, big run for you today for top 5 car all night. Rob Van Nest, much love for you. Folks, this has been a great, I don't like Jimmy is out for the season. I know, but that doesn't matter. I know that Jimmy may be out for the season, but Jimmy needs a ring. You know what I mean? Jimmy needs a ring. No, my Rams dropped the ball this year. Rams dropped the ball this year. Super Bowl champs to Super Bowl from Super Bowl champs to chumps. That's how I've described my Rams this year. It's okay, they did it a couple of years ago. They did it 20 years ago as well. So I'll still root for them. I still love my team, but they can irritate me. So it's the way it is. I'll be the first to bash my team. The only team I will never bash are my Cardinals. I don't care if we're losing or not. Cardinals are my Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals, by the way, in baseball. I'm more passionate about baseball than I am football or NASCAR. Baseball. I think baseball takes more talent and skill than a lot of sports, and it's been given credit for. Football becoming more and more dangerous rather than safer, from what I've gathered. But however, Jimmy needs a ring. I'd like to see the 49ers get. You know what? How about Niners Cowboys? When's the last time Niners Cowboys were at Super Bowl? Be all right. Kansas City has a shot. I mean, anybody who's I don't know, anybody right now. The game is different right now in the NFL. Striker, Cam Dario, Bob Garofalo, 1, 2, 3. Garofalo having a good old fashioned day right now. 33-19 on his last lap. Spicy still looking at a top 5 night. Dudley still trying to track him down though. 33-66 on his last lap. Rich Holland in a 35. Still trying to work the corner here. Right front damage, doing him some injustice here. I like hockey. St. Louis Blues all day. I'm a Blues fan, but I do like Colorado. They're rivals to the Blues. Hockey is such a touchy sport. And I mean that in like the kindest way possible. You cannot talk bad about somebody's hockey team, because I tell you what, they will. That's more fun. They fight more outside of hockey than they do in hockey. Just saying. 88-8. Striker has led a buttload of laps. There'll be 10 laps to go this time by. WWE on ice. Let's go Red Wings. Big Detroit fans. I see. But I don't. I mean, everybody has their team. You know what I mean? I don't have. I can't dish anybody's team unless they do something stupid publicly. Pardon my language on that one. Unless somebody, screws up bad or jacks up bad publicly, there's no reason to dish a team. A lot of people talk about Kaepernick and his traits and what he's been and what he's talked about coming back to the NFL. And Kaepernick in his prime, a great quarterback. I was watching an article the other day about I was reading an article, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago. I can't say the other day. It was a couple of weeks ago that about his camps and stuff like that he was trying to do. And I'm like he's been so far removed out of the game. Can he come back and be successful? That is something that I would say, like Tim Tebow came back into the game. A lot of people didn't want to give him a chance, and so you kind of have to weigh your mind. I think of players as players. I don't think of them, regardless of what people's politics or religion or whatever their belief structure is. I care more about, can they play? What are they going to do to be able to generate income for my team? What are they going to be able to do to be able to hold a team together? Can they be a leader, and can they step up and have? I mean, look who they brought over to the Rams. He's been shunned upon for so long, and he comes over and has a phenomenal game his first game out because of Stafford having his injuries. You never know what the fit's going to be for each team. Football, baseball, hockey, it doesn't matter. So I'm looking forward to seeing what maybe not this year. 2023 has kind of been a year. A lot of hard hits to the NFL, a lot of hard hits to racing. We just lost one of the best drift racers, rally racers the world has ever seen. Ken Brock was absolutely just remarkable in his talent, and to see him to not be able to go out and see him anymore. Even as an avid race fan as I am, I'm a huge rally fan. And Ken was he was it. He was the man, and in my opinion, of course. To see him, he at least went out doing what he loved. You know what I mean? Stop caring about team rivalries and stuff in high school. At the end of the day, it's a game, and it doesn't matter. You know what? You're absolutely right. Well, actually, it is a game. I think anymore, and I said this yesterday. I was talking to a couple of guys in Discord yesterday, and I was saying, hey, my biggest thing about life is that I'm getting tired of people putting hate out there. So much hate. You can't be kind to people. You can't love each other. You can't be, a lot of these people don't even know each other from Adam. In the gaming world and in the simulation world, and you can't be kind to one another to get out there and do it. But a lot of heat, a lot of things out there. We have those competitive mentalities, and you got to put the effort out there. You got to always make sure that you're putting the effort first, because if you don't, then you actually will find yourself in a more rough situation. Rivalries don't matter, except for the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry. That matters. No, rivalries don't matter. And not anymore. People care less about the rivalries. They care more about the end all be all. Been a great race. 2 laps to go. Stryker out front by 26 seconds. New Hampshire has been a trying race. It's a tough one. Bob Garofalo in third. Spicy gonna have 2 laps to hold on to his 4th spot. Strickland doing a phenomenal job today, trying to hold on to everything that he's got. Final lap, white flag waves. VIP Tires and Service Xfinity Series will be back again next week. But Strickland this week kicking butt, taking names, and it's been a phenomenal race as they look to get it all taken care of. New Hampshire this week. They're going to be a 5-flag speedway next week. Officially unofficial. GripHack.exe comes home. Totally kidding. Striker comes home. He won. Dario will come home second. Bob Garofalo, solid day for third. He may be a lap down, but I tell you what, proved me wrong. Weissy was catching him toward the end, though, but Bob Garofalo had a phenomenal day. Cameron Dario is going to come out on 4. He's going to finish in second as the drivers enjoying the drive off. The Striker Man digging deep, coming home in victory lane. He will burn it down. And I myself will show you the race results. Strickland, Dario, Garofalo, 1, 2, 3. Rich Holland finishes in 4. Dudley in 5th. Desuna, Redkin, Nelson, Odell. Rayburn will be inside the top 10. Shields, Caffrey, Magner, and Chris Parker there towards the end. A few drivers having a couple of issues, but for the most part, Rancarine had a great race. Long runs are above the capability of any of these leagues, any of these drivers. I still think we would have had a great outcome regardless of how many drivers were here in the long run. A lot of drivers had to take the night off, but I tell you what, it was still a good race. Folks, reminder tonight, we are going to have some Dirt Series actions. Dirt Assassins getting back in action here tonight. They were formerly the HCK Beagles League. Now they're going to be able to make it work and do all the things that they can. Good run. Good run. Dutch lap for the 88. Look at that burnout. You missed the race at the track. Jerry, good to see it. Well, I tell you what, good luck to your little one. Good luck. Hopefully she has a safe race out there. Folks, a lot of racers getting back out there toward this in this series. We have a lot of real world racers as well that get out and run tracks, and some of the kids getting out there running tracks as well. So, my man, Gary, good luck to the little miss. Let's talk to Striker here. We were waiting for him because he was doing the best burnout in the world. Walked me through today's race. It seemed like it was nice and calm, cool, collective. Clean air was what you needed, and you were able to make it work.
Yeah, we walked into the race knowing that track position and clean air, all of that's going to be extremely important. And luckily for us, it wasn't a huge field, and I was able to kind of miss some of the accidents that took out some of the hard hitters and stayed out front, got that clean air, and just a country cruise at that point.
200 lap country cruise. That was 200 miles of trying not to get tunnel vision. I always ask this because this is the one track this is one of the tracks similar to Bristol, similar to any combo short track like New Hampshire, where it's just basically the same corner in and out. Little differences, but not near as different as say Darlington or an egg-shaped short track. Do you get tunnel vision? Does the repetition kind of set you into where you have to force yourself to not make a mistake?
Yes. Not as much as other tracks, I would say. I get a lot of tunnel vision at, let's say, Dover, Richmond. You do get little tunnel vision here, and it's very easy to either brake too early or brake too late. And if you do that, the car's either going to slide up multiple lanes. So all I did was just make sure that I wasn't pushing too hard and brake early, and occasionally shake the head to make sure I didn't get that tunnel vision, and it just worked out. Car was really good the whole day.
Turned out to be a phenomenal race. Mike, I don't like cutting interviews short, but I have to get ready for another race, and I want to make sure that you get your shout-outs out there. Do it, and congratulations on the victory. Second race of the season, 5 flags next week. and it's going to be exciting to see what you guys do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be fun, and hopefully we'll have a bigger turnout when it comes to next week. We had a lot of call-outs this week. Maybe it was just a track or just a busy weekend, but we'll have a better show when it comes to next week. I want to thank Mark at VIP Tires and Service for being our main sponsor here. We love everything that he does. If anybody has any automotive needs, make sure you guys go see Mark. I want to thank Signature Esports and Jason. You are the best in the business, and we appreciate you broadcasting these races. I want to thank my wife, my children, and Ricky, and my sister's mother, and any other friends or family that are watching, and especially the Chop Shop family, all 150 guys on our Discord. We appreciate you guys. It's always a pleasure to have fun, and let's do this next week.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Striker, you got Tuesday night coming up as well. Oh, man, be good, be safe. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
That Striker, he finishes off in victory lane. Does a phenomenal job. Driver, I talked about him earlier, having the most top 2 finishes inside this league, and you don't disappoint.
Not popular. It's not popular. I'm over
it. You know, I know that I did talk about it earlier. I said, I know he wants to win. I know, but you do finish second, and it's consistent, and it can win a championship that way, except for the final race.
I'll win that one. That's the one I'm waiting to do right there. You've just spoiled it for me. I'm gonna just second, win the end.
That's it. That's how it works.
What's up with this? What's up with this Striker dude, though, man? What the?
He was fast.
He drove away from me. 17 seconds. He just left me. I'm like, what is that? Is that .exe? Is that what that is?
Well, actually, that's what I said when he won. I was like, Griphat.exe won. Striker won.
The grip hack.
Yeah, no, Striker, today was Striker's race.
He did a great job.
He talked about it, though. He said clean air was the most value. He said once he was behind, once you're behind drivers, if you can't get clear quickly, you fall. He noticed that. And I noticed that in his lap times, too. Working around lap traffic was probably the toughest portion of it. But early on, you guys were very competitive. You had to try to clear yourself a couple of times because you fell back to like 6th. I think it was 5th or 6th. And then you had to bust your tuchus to get yourself back up there.
Yeah, it was hard. How can you tell me, like, was his fall off a lot less than ours, or?
His fall off was his fall off was from 31.33 to 33.22. You fell off 31.37 to 33.60.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was
next time.
Next time.
He did good. He did great.
But you have 5 flags next week. The different race.
Oh, that's over. Nope, I'm not. Nope. Andrew Payne be back for that one. Watch. He'd be back, and then I'll be third. I'll be third that week.
Top 2.
No, it'll be third. You'll see. I'll be a lap down somehow. That track is
tough.
Very small.
It's tough.
And I'm sure that we'll have like 30 guys show up for that one. 30 guys want to put their suits on that day and come tear it up. It's like Bristol, right? I mean,
Bristol's
gonna be
fun,
awesome.
though. I like Bristol.
I love Bristol. Love it. Love Martinsville too, but I don't love us.
Martinsville doesn't love anybody. That's my opinion. But Cameron,
man, get away from me. Go talk to Bob. Bob did really good. Bob's in here.
Bob surprised me. Bob has been really improving over the course of the last couple of weeks. But give your shout outs, my man.
Oh man, just shout out you, Striker, who puts it on for us. That's the boss winning it. That's pretty cool. Everybody that comes out races with us, puts it together. All the sponsors that are part of it. Yeah, man, it was good. See you next week.
Yeah, man. Cameron Dario, your P2 finisher once again.
Damn. Do it when I'm off of here, man. Do it when you walk away from me or something,
Oh, I'm sorry. Love you, buddy.
Love you, man.
Cameron Dario. Oh, I love him. Bob Garofalo, though, made the call. Had the consistency. I talked about you a lot today. I said that you have been working on figuring out how to keep yourself there at the end. And today, podium finish for you. Top 3, biggest mover of the race. Tell me how your day went, Bob.
Well, Jason, I appreciate it, man. I just trying to stay clean out there. This is not one of my my better tracks, and granted, we didn't have a lot of cars out there today, but just try to stay off that wall and hit the marks and save some tires, and got lucky at the end.
I was a little shocked, and don't take this the wrong way when we go back and watch, but when you came in, I mean a lap or two after Stryker did, I was a little shocked that you did, because I was like, he has a chance here to put a little distance, then come in and pit, but and lead a couple more laps, that kind of thing, and then I'm eating. Here I am, eating crow here and saying, what, top 3 night. Yeah, I thought you had a top 5 car tonight, and you've been having a top 10 car throughout every series for the Chop Shop Racing League over the last couple of weeks, and watching you steadily improve your craft and figure out where you need to be. Is that just a testament to these guys getting in and helping you out and putting in the practice and just
yeah,
putting the
I
time in?
mean, everybody's helpful. You got any questions about anything, they're always willing to help. And honestly, I don't spend too much time on the simulator. I pretty much just run the leagues when I can. So now running 3 different classes, it's giving me more time. So hopefully, I can get a little bit more competitive.
Well, you are. I mean, you finished 3rd. I mean, you're the first driver off the lap. Stryker lapped the field, but he did that on a long run, and that's sometimes what happens with these long runs. You just kind of
he was super fast. Congrats to him, Cam. Those guys were just they were gone. I was just holding on.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, you did a phenomenal job. Bob, give you shout outs. I got to get going for another stream.
Well, of course, Signature Esports, Jason, everything you guys do, you always do a fantastic job. The Chop Shop Racing League, Stryker, Hammond, all the guys that help that out, all the sponsors, AMR for being, the race control, and all the guys we race with. It's just a great bunch of people, and I'm just fortunate enough to be a part of it.
Well, you're getting, you know what, you're going to get a win. It's happening. I'm going to see it.
That'd be pretty nice. I would enjoy that.
I would too, because I'll become your biggest fan.
Well, there you go. I appreciate it.
That's always good. Bob, much love, my man. Congratulations on a P3 finish today. I will see you Tuesday.
You betcha. I'll see you.
Always. That's Bob Garofalo there, folks. He does a phenomenal job of finding his way to P3 and a great job of, that's the improvement. That's the big improvement there. Seeing drivers who don't necessarily run iRacing as far as the officials and stuff like that, just come in and just run their run the leagues. And usually, last season Bob was he was a middle of the pack car. Now here he is finishing inside the top 3. Fantastic drive line. Cam always finishes second. Love you, buddy. It's tough, folks. I'll be back here in just a little bit. I've got another stream I got to set up for the Dirt Assassins Dirt Series. We're going to be having some fun with that here in just a moment. As we get ready to get some things taken care of. Much love, folks. We'll be good. Be kind to one another. I will see you again very shortly.